I am checking in. I know that I haven't posted a video in a while. Now, I made one earlier today on my iPad as I was walking out the door from work, and I had realized that making videos is a powerful thing because not only do you get to project how you feel to a different audience, it's very satisfying. Not just for the fact of like getting it all out. Making a video and re-listening to yourself and catching all the things you did that you wouldn't normally do, or the things that you just want to roll off your tongue but you can't say because you're looking at a camera and know that it's going to go to somebody, it's a little more stress relieving than just, I don't know, calling, your mom or your dad or your sister or whatever and just be like, da 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 da. So now that I'm more calm than I was earlier, I'm going to explain and give more pertinent advice than what I had already previously done with that prior video that I will not post. So earlier today, I had people over. My roommate was in the room. People were doing nice things for me. Like my friend ended up folding up my laundry for me, which they really didn't have to do, but it was something awesome to wake up to. My half of the room was clean. Laundry was folded. It was great, and this was something I was grateful for. But as the day went on, things just kept getting like it was like I was up here when I woke up, and then it was like da 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 da, and like that's basically all I can describe my day because the first thing I usually do when I get up and I wake up is check my email because my school is so dependent on email. It's ridiculous. If the internet were to ever go out, we wouldn't know. Well, I would know because I'm in IT, but we wouldn't know what to do to tell the campus and notify everybody without email. So there's that. Anyways, so yeah, first thing I do is I always check my email, and so I check my email. I check my school email, nothing important. I check my personal email, day's ruined. I okay, and this is exaggeration. My day was not ruined, but it just there was an email sitting in my inbox I didn't expect to receive. It was from somebody prior to this part of my life, and they had he sent me an email saying they had found something that I left at their house, and they were not sure if I still wanted it. So, you know what? I'm not even gonna make this big because this is actually posted on my blog. On my blog, there is maybe the first, second, or third maybe blog post. I went on a camping trip, and on that camping trip with that person, I ended up bringing one of those not digital. Um, if it was digital, this would be a lot easier. Um, one of those like film cameras where you go click and you have to do the. So we brought one of those and had 24 like spots or films on it. Not even sure if it still worked. So we took pictures with this camera, and we took pictures of when we paddleboarded and in boats and like the scenery, and I was so happy that we took those pictures, and by the time we got back to the house, we couldn't find the camera. When I moved out, I still couldn't find the camera. I was pissed because there were so many cool things that happened on the trip, even though it only lasted like 2/3 of the time we were supposed to be there. Um, Cool things happened, and it was my first camping trip I and somebody else have ever been on. I had planned individually with somebody else. It wasn't like a Girl Scout trip or a group camp trip or a family camp trip. It was like the first camp trip that I took, like, with another person. So it was really exciting for me. And it sucked that we had to miss out the third day. I was pissed. Um, Anyways, all of this. Point being, email basically just said, found the camera, not sure if you still want the pictures. And this one sentenced email threw off my whole day. Now let me explain to you why. A, it's been a while since I heard from that person. I've heard that he's doing good, and good for him. I'm happy that he's somewhere else, like, life-wise. Last I knew, he was working, and his channel's getting popular, and he's happy. At least he seems happy with what he's doing. There's a nice little montage on his channel about changing out the room, which I knew about prior to the video posting. But it's good to know that he's making the changes he's setting out for. The goals he's making are coming true because of his set of motivation, which is something I talked about on a prior video, which is cool that it's coming back full circle. Anyways, this one sentence of an email just set me off. Like, I ended up slamming my iPad shut, throwing it behind me, and was just like, fine, whatever, let's go to lunch. And we went to lunch, and every single thing tended to annoy me. Like, first of all, I didn't really want to eat. Like, I was just sitting there looking at my plate full of food. I was just like, okay, like, why did I even, like, come here? Then at lunch, like, the food was weird, like, rice was crunchy, like, picky things that I wouldn't have usually bothered with were just pissing me off. And I got really sarcastic, like, instantly, like, last night into today. So, like, I'm sarcastic, that usually happens. However, like, it was a bitter sarcasm, like, I can't even think of an example, but it would come right off my tongue. So, I kept doing that to my friends, my roommate, and, like, it was the way to get my anger out. And why am I angry at them? Why am I angry that I got that email? I get memories and pictures from, August of last year, things that I never thought I'd see again. That's a positive. However, in my head, I was just thinking about oh, great, well, it's been a while, now he's talking to me, what's going to happen, when I should have just taken a different approach and taken a different direction of the whole situation. And in my video, I had said that, like, it all depends on your situation. At the time, I was freaking out. So I said, I'm going to be a hypocrite and tell you that when something happens, unexpected or expected, take a step back, view the entire situation, whether it's a short email, whether it's an actual scenario, or an occurrence. Take a step back and say, how can I approach this from a different perspective? Or how can I approach this at a more positive standpoint? Because just doing that alone will help you contain your thoughts and, compose yourself and take a different perspective. After going to work, I ended up calming down. I did a few things to organize myself, my mind, my music, and, like, I had to do some organizing of office supplies, which I'm still not finished with. But regardless of that fact, it helped me, distract me, compose my mind, help my OCD. And then, now I'm here. I'm back, I'm home, I cleaned, I put my laundry away that my friend folded for me, I made a cup of coffee, I'm productive. My roommate's at work, so, like, I'm just trying to soak up as much time as I can to myself and just calm the hell down. Because I just feel like I've been all on my toes all day just because of this one email. And, like, it's another thing, too, is, like, I had told my friend today, because they were here when, all that crap happened and I overreacted and everything. And at work, I felt the need to explain myself, this is something that I tend to do a lot. Like, years of time, I've tried to explain myself to nearly every decision that I've made, whether it's for me, for somebody else. Don't feel compelled to have to explain yourself about everything, because you don't have to. But, point is, I sent him this huge text message about, I'm not trying to make you feel bad or pick a fight with you. Like, I just didn't want to talk about it. Like, and they were just pushing me, well, blah, 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 blah. And all I was like, once I have connection with someone, I will forever care about everyone that I come across, even if they impacted me in some way. Little way, big way, in huge, gigantic ways, I'll always care about people that I come across. Coworkers, friends, family, relatives, whatever it is, I'll always care about them if they're in my head. So I continued. With that being said, it's just who I am. I can talk all that shit that I talk, or push it into my subconscious, but I will always care about people distant from me, near or far, dead or alive. I know this is me explaining myself, which might make, this frustrating, but I just wanted to say that, And then I told, I get upset over dumb shit, I miss people I shouldn't, and I feel that I can change the world and everyone in it, which is completely true. Like, that's just who I am as a person. And it's something that is both a weakness and a strength for me, because now at this age, I'm aware that I'm all these things. I want to change everybody. I want to help them. I want to, as my mom's friend had to put it earlier this year, I'm a bleeding heart. I'm not sure what entirely that means right now, but in the context in which she said it, I'm just like my mother. I want to help everybody. Whether it's volunteering my time, donating money, helping people with groceries, food, intake, gas money, whatever needs to happen, I want to be that person to help them and know that I will always be there for them. And it sucks because there are points in my life where there are points in my life where I had to step away. There are points in my life where I had to step back and stay there. And I couldn't move forward without taking those few steps back. And in relationships especially, this makes me look like the bad guy, the asshole, the selfish person. And it sucks because I'll always carry those things with me, when in reality, the one time I thought about myself, it hurt everybody else. So that's something that I hate about myself. That's how I think. And even though I've had people tell me, that's not the mindset you should have, don't beat yourself up so much, you're too hard on yourself, it's true. And I know it's true. So there's that. That was the contents of my day today. If I were to type all that out in a post, I would have been very spacey about it. So I wasn't spacey about it. I just, bam, to the point. And if for whatever reason they still follow me on my blog and I still check my blog, you did not upset me today. And that email, I appreciate it. You could have not sent me that email and you could have just kept the pictures, but instead you extended them to me and I appreciate that. So thank you. So after brewing about this one situation the whole day, I realized that it was silly for me to freak out about it. That I'm still not okay with who I am as a person. In regards to emotions. Part of me just really wished I read the email and just saw it as another email and was just like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool, I got the pictures, awesome. Instead of, oh, are you kidding me? It's been a month or so since I heard from you, what the hell? I took it way out of proportion, and I shouldn't have. So in that sense, I feel like my emotions are raw, and I'm immature, and I need to work on that. So I'm going to drink this coffee, and I'm going to edit this video, and then I'm going to get started on some homework. So I hope that everyone else had a good day today, and if you didn't, sit down now and analyze what about it was bad, what about it could have you stepped back from and looked at it from a new approach. And if you didn't look at it from a new approach then, look at that point of your day from where you are right now. It's the end of the day. At the moment, it is, X and X amount of time. How many hours have passed since this dilemma occurred, and what can I do now to make up for the negative emotions I was feeling earlier? I know it's weird when you talk to yourself, but talking to yourself and hearing yourself out loud rather than just thinking in your head, it helps me, at least. I don't know if it would help everybody else, but it helps me focus on the main thoughts that I would need to have. So keep that in mind. It's a really long video, but sometimes long videos need to happen. I try not to make it happen, but they do. And this was just something that impacted me today that I just felt like I needed to share. Even though, to the people around me, it's minuscule, it doesn't matter. But to me, it matters. I guess that's something I'll always have to deal with, is the little stuff matters to me, always. And for most, they don't. It's the big deal, the big shot, the big changes that matter. Truth is, big change scares me, and little things matter. So there's that confession in my life. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go listen to music now. So I'll be around. I'm not sure if I'll do some more blog posts or not recently. I'm just gonna try to do all my homework soon. Try to get it all out of the way. I have this coffee made. Hopefully it's a good one. And then from there, I'm just gonna try to get crap done. I'm tired of being behind. Feel like I'm slacking. All right. So have a good day, people. Good day. Good night. Sweet souls. And I will see you in another video. Have a great night. Remember, please think positive. Have a good one.